Hello and welcome back. We are here for the start of round 2. I finished the first round off at a perfect 3-0. Interestingly, tonight's matchup is up against somebody that was in my last pod. I just didn't get to face him. And here is the matchup itself. He faced two of the three people I beat in the last pod. He faced Cody, which was my first opponent, and he lost. He faced Shaak Ti, who was my third opponent, and he lost. And let's hope to keep this pattern going. Alright, so we can see the matchup here. I clearly have the better lifetime score, the better current score. I have a whole bunch more offense wins. I have more undersized wins. He does have a few more defense wins than me. And then I have more than 24 more full clears than him. When it comes to roster size, though, this is where he has the advantage. He's about 500,000 GP higher than me. That mostly comes from character GP. You can see there he has 96 G13 compared to my 65. He has another 64 at G12. Basically, his entire roster is at G11 or better. But I have 20 more Zetas than him. When you look at the speed mods, I have a huge advantage there. So hopefully that comes into play tonight. Looking down at the mods specifically themselves, he just doesn't have many in the 20 plus category. He doesn't have many in the 15 plus category, but he does have a whole bunch in the 10 plus category, and that tells me that he probably is not slicing his mods. He looks to be more of a collector than a serious game player. Looking at the relics, that's a lot of red there. There's a lot of red in that category. He's just got a ton more relics than me. He's got, 70 more relics total than me. Most of them, they're just everywhere. There's going to be relics everywhere. You can see also, I have my Rey. He has his Supreme Leader Kylo. His Kylo is or does have the ultimate, but he also has a Gear 10 Rey there. She doesn't have any Zetas. She's only Gear 10. She's only got 56,000 in health, but that is something I have to keep in mind just in case he has placed her on the board. My opponent has not attacked yet today, but let's get out to the board and take a look. Alright, so I have not changed anything from the last round. My defenses have stayed completely the same. If you listened to the podcast this week, I said I was probably going to keep the defenses completely the same in perpetuity. I am going to switch that up a little bit, though, I think. We'll see how this round goes. But one thing I am thinking about doing is I've seen or heard of Rey soloing a couple people or a couple teams that you commonly see on defense. So stay tuned for next round because you may get to see that and get video of it. Of course, heard about all this after my defenses were placed yesterday. So they are staying the same today, and we'll see. We will see. Let's take a look at what I'm facing. So, like I said, you're going to see a lot of relics. You're going to see a lot of neon because there's a lot of G13 on this roster. Up top, I have this Poggle team. I have a General Grievous team. I have Geos, which are only relic level 3. Then I have this Shaak Ti, Cody, and Clone Sergeant team. That's clearly the leftovers. Coming down to the bottom now, we have Talzin with Zombie. And like I said, my opponent really doesn't slice mods that often. But Zombie's Relic level 4, and so she's going to be, tankier than normal. The Spirit does have good mods. She's Relic 5. She's going to hit fairly hard. She has decent speed there as well. And Talzin, Talzin doesn't have an offense set. So even though she is R4, she's not going to hit as hard as when she was on some other teams. Where you see this KRU team, it is not, or it doesn't have the old school Kylo, but it does have First Order Officer. In general, it shouldn't be as fast as the other Kylo. And then finally, we have this EP, Malak, and Bastila team. This is a common team that we're seeing in Grand Arena now. It's a very easy team to underestimate. But now that we've seen the team, let's kind of talk about how I'm going to approach these fights. Alright, so here's, what I have already kind of figured out before this video started. And I can talk about my plans a little bit. So, on this Talzin Spirit Zombie team, I'm going to use General Grievous. And the idea is just to take them out via AoEs. I have an R7 Grievous. He heals up. He heals himself fast. I'm probably going to lose B2. I experimented on my alt account, if you saw the video yesterday. And this team does work, just without the relics that are on this team. But hopefully I get to apply some healing immunity to the zombie, because it's a tankier zombie than the one I fought on my alt account. Down here on the KRU team, JTR is just the easy. It's going to be the easy counter. And then coming down here on the EP Malak Bastila team, I'm going to use my Darth Revan. I'm using my Darth Revan here because of Bastila and Malak. And if he has a Darth Revan that doesn't have Bastila or Malak on it, we may get to use a fun team like Bounty Hunters or something like that. So, this is the plan. Up top, this is all subject to change. Really depends what's hiding in the back. Like I said, I do expect a Padme to be hiding back here. If that's the case, then Traya is probably going to come down and take on Padme. If not, then Traya will stay where she is. Alright, so back to the board. Let's get the fights started. I have blabbered on enough. So we're going to start with this EP team. And I'm going to use my Sith Empire team. Just fight fire with fire, basically. Only my fire is going to be able to apply fear at the start. So, we will go I went after EP first. Now I'm get the fear out on the rest of the team, and let's do a team-wide shock. Now Bastila will go. Now I just have to take down a pesky Malak. That is always the danger of Malak, in that he can just drain force and just take out multiple members of your team. Just one more hit here. Alright, there we go. Awful banners to start, but that is a tough team to get through, and we did. That's really what matters. Alright, next up will be this KRU team. I think I scrolled past my JTR. And the idea here is to just apply healing immunity and get the kills. Get ability block on KRU because you don't want the 2-turn stun being applied. And then here we're going to take out First Order Officer first. When you're facing First Order, you always take out First Order Officer first because he's kind of the engine behind this team. Next, we will go after Fox because he is the damage dealer on the team. And we're going to dispel his advantage as well. Because you don't want him critting, because that many relics he can one-shot people. So now I'm basically stuck. I have to wait until we get healing immunity, because this KRU is just going to keep healing and keep healing. There we go. I'm also going to get Illuminated Destiny, fill up the little bit of protection that was lost on BB-8. And so the last round ended with bad banners. This round should end with a perfect 54. You can see here, even with the healing immunity, Kylo Ren is just a pain to get down. Alright, so there's 54 banners. Next up now, we'll see. Like I said, I kind of expect to lose B2 on this one. Partially doing this for the feats. Alright. Here's AoE. Let's heal up. Got the first death. Got the second death now. Let's heal up Grievous here. Alright. Alright. Talzin is gone. I'm not going to lose my B2, I'm going to lose my B1 here. And I'm going to lose my B2. And of course that brought Talzin back. Alright, well, I got the win. It's not the prettiest win, but I got a win here. And that brings us to the back. We have typical Vader with mission in Zaalbar. We have Night Sisters. We have Nute with Bossk. That's kind of like that team, actually. And then we have Finn. But I had planned for this back zone General Skywalker, Jedi Knight Revan, CLS, and Shaak Ti. So not the strongest of defenses back there. So let's take a look and figure out how we're going to approach this now. Alright, so let me clear these teams. Okay, so I filled in the teams here. I made one change up on the top already. I had Rex against that General Grievous team. I'm going to switch it to Jedi Knight Revan. Coming down here, I think I'm just going to use CLS. Take out Shaak quick, and then take out the rest. Here, I'll use my General Skywalker. I'll be able to undersize this Asajj team. That leaves Jedi Knight Revan, Shaak Ti, and KRU. So KRU will be able to handle, should be able to handle this Bossk team. Where's my KRU? Jedi Knight Revan. Oh, not Jedi Knight Revan. Rex. good old Rex will get tenacity up and should be able to take out this mission in Zaalbar team. And that leaves Shaak Ti down here for Finn, Vet Han, and Vet Chewie. She has a lot of heal, and she'll give them retribution. So if Han or Chewie get off their AoE, she can help them there. So that looks like the plan. Let's get out to the board. We'll get this started. Now, I'm going to start in the top because you always want to make sure that you can clear the top. And we'll start with this Grievous team because that's probably the hardest team on the board at the moment. Especially since my Jedi Knight Revan is still only G12 here. I did yesterday, or actually this morning, get him up to R4. So next round, I'll have a nice shiny Jedi Knight Revan. Idea here is we will go after the B2 first, and then we will mark Grievous. Alright, let's swap turn meter. And it's dangerous to do the AoE there, but what I really wanted was to clear off the target lock that was on my entire team. Alright, Savior was opened up. Now I will mark the B2 again. Oh. And we just need to chew through this B2. I didn't look. He probably has a crit avoidance arrow. And he's being healed by that B1 every time. Alright. Alright. There's B1 gone, or B2 gone. Now, let's get Foresight up. Let's bring Revan back. Let's steal Grievous's turn meter. Oof. And while we wait for the next mark, I need to try and protect that Jolee if I can. Alright, swap turn meter. Get Foresight back, and let's get this mark on Grievous. And the B1, I lowered the B1's stacks, so he's not going to be able to heal Grievous up that much. Because the healing that Grievous does, or B1 does, is based on the stacks that he has. And in this case, it's only got 24, so he's not doing much healing at all. Now let's get Foresight back up. And we're going to call Jolee for the assist to just reduce cooldowns. Alright, no more AoEs because B1 only has 12 stacks left on him. Get another mark. This should finish it off. And there's Grievous. There's the B1. I at least finished with full protection on Jolee and Yoda, so 53 banners there. Fight took a little while because of those relics and how he had that B2 modded, but we got there in the end. Next will be the Shaak Ti team. And we're CLS. Basically, the idea is just kill Shaak Ti and then kill clones. Alright. Get buff immunity up. Now. I I've stunned the Clone Sergeant there, because Clone Sergeant gains turn meter every time he gets a crit. Don't want him getting a crit. And that's an easy... that was an easy fight, as you could see. Next, we will use my Traya. I know you can go in with only 2, but there's no reason to risk it here. Instead, I will take all 3 members of the Sith trio, because that bottom, honestly, is not that tough that I need to save a Nihilus. Reduce some cooldowns. And get Isolate up. Next, go after Brood. Alright, held by hatred to save Sion, because they were reducing his health. Take out the Brood. Next, we'll have to take out Soldier. Spy got his big hit, but it wasn't that big at all. And now Spy's gone. So, 52 banners, because they never touched Traya. So, we're making up for that bottom front zone. And the bottom front it was obvious that that was the tougher of the 2 zones. Next, we're going to use Geos to counter this Poggle droid team. Alright, so gonna dispel that Droideka, and let's see if I can get the kill before Magna gets taunt up. We did. Next, we'll go after Poggle. Magna's gonna get the taunt, but that's okay, because Poggle's not gonna do much damage here. And other than his AoE, neither is that Magna Guard. So, hopefully we can come back around and... Well... Alright. Okay, got him on the counter. Wasn't able to. I shouldn't have used the big hit with Spy. But that's, you know, what are you going to do? Alright, he placed his Negotiator on defense. We'll get to that. Let's take out this bottom first. So, start with this. Vader team. And actually, let's... go after Vader himself. Next, we'll get that dispel. And now, Vader is gone. They're not getting any dots on me because of the tenacity up. This Zaalbar has relics. I'm basically just planning on Rexalating him. Let's reduce the cooldown there. I wonder if we can take mission out. We can. And the Rexalate. Okay. 51 banners. The one problem with this Rex team is there is no protection recovery. Next up, just going down the list here. So we'll use Anakin and Ahsoka to undersize this Asajj team. Alright. And Acolyte poses no threat when she's stealthed without zombie, so 54 banners thanks to the undersize. Next, let's... Alright, so I'm going to bring in Shaak Ti. And she's quite relic, so is Echo. Let's reduce some turn meter if we can. Next. When he did get the stun off on Shaak Ti, which is a problem because I need her to take a turn to heal. Alright. There we go. Now let's heal up. AoE to remove some turn meter, dispel the taunt, and let's kill Chewbacca. Alright, get rid of the taunt. There goes Chewie. Should be able to get one more heal here. Doesn't look like it's going to be a big enough heal. Actually, that Finn taunt let me heal up again, and 53 banners. Despite Clone Sergeant dropping to the yellow at one point. And the final match is this Nute match. And Bossk has the leader. Let's see. Do I want to use... Yeah, I guess we will. We'll use First Order here. Alright. So we have to chew through an R7 Bossk. Now, he's not the lead, so he's R7, he's got a ton of health and protection, but it's not the same as... Ooh, stun Nute. It's not the same as if he was the lead. It's much easier to get through him. Now, I'm not doing the AoE right now because I don't want Dooku countering. Instead, we're just going to take out this Bossk first. And then we will worry about Dooku and Nute. So we'll stun Nute again. Let's see if we can get a stun on Dooku. We couldn't. Alright, so we're just going to focus on Nute. Pay extortion. Pay extortion. There we go. Stun Dooku now. Now we can use the AoE. Speed the team up. Take out, and we're just going to take out this Dooku. God. Alright. Pay extortion. Stun Dooku. Kill Dooku. Alright. There goes Nute the first time. Now, just need to take him out one more time. And there we go. So another 53 banners there. So that front-bottom zone was a bit of a mess when it comes to banner efficiency. But we're able to make up for it in the rest, or in the other two zones. Now I just need to pull this out on Fleet. Where are my Galactic Republics? We're going full Fleet here. because there's no reason to risk it. Alright. It's unusual that my Ahsoka is the last one to go. Usually fives will, in my arena battles, hits Ahsoka first, which can cause problems with the Anakin AoE. Luckily that didn't happen. I am gonna just make sure she recovers some protection there. Plo is gonna come in and heal everybody up and feed turn meter as well. Now, big hit from Ahsoka. Make sure my Galactic Republic doesn't die. Alright, make sure fives can't get Valor. And that should kill Anakin. Fives will be... Oh, nope, fives won't be revived. So 64 banners. Actually, that's a pretty good score. Anything over 60 is I'm happy with. 64 is good start. So there's my final board. 2456. My opponent does have a Supreme Leader Kylo, so he should be able to get through my Rey. Hopefully, I'm able to cost him some banners, and let's hope I can advance. So, thank you for joining me. Please leave a like and subscribe. Xaereth and I are streaming Friday night. We might have a special guest star. Hopefully we will. It should be a good stream. If you're looking for my second round, it will be on Xaereth's page. I will link that. I'll link his page in the description below so you can find the stream and see my second round when it happens. Other than that, thank you for joining me. Have a good one, everyone.